Are we live? Are we live? Yes. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Welcome back to another late night in the Brew Lab. Tonight, in the Brew Lab, we've got a little doggy here. Ooh. Hello, good girl. Are you looking after me? Go. Beg your pardon. Tonight, in the Brew Lab, coming at you with another one of these less played color combinations. And that color combination I'm talking about is blue, red, and black, otherwise known as Grixis, which for some reason or another has seen, in my opinion, a heck of a lot less play in the last 4 to 6 months, less than was being played before the release of AFR and Strix Haven. And the question is, once again, is it really everything to do with the crappy mana? You know, having to run these horrible tapped lands as our only dual lands, no triome in this color, no, few snarls available. It makes for a bit of a weird mana base, and you can't always get the colors that you need when you need to cast the spells that you need to cast. So this is what I came up with. It was I just literally, before I hit record, before this, there was 3 copies of Rowan and Will, the MDFC Planeswalker from Strixhaven, but I just cut it because I was running into the same problem. I was running a Grixis Control build that did pretty well for me maybe 4 or 5 months ago, that was running the combination of Professor Onyx and Rowan. But you need, because Rowan very often comes down on turn 3, but they've already played a turn 1 and turn 2 often creature, especially with the prevalence of mono green and mono white. There's always little creatures already on the battlefield that if you then play a Rowan on turn 3, when they untap on their turn 4, Rowan's going to die. So you need to have on your turn 1 and 2 played something in the way to block, so that Rowan can at least survive until your turn 4, and you can then start removing his threats and keep Rowan alive that way. But if you've got just, your typical kind of Grixis Control list like I'm running, with some counter spells and a little bit of removal, a little bit of burn, because you take what's best from the colors that you're playing. Black is known for removal, red is known for burn, blue is known for counter spells. So you take the best ones of those and put them all into a deck around perhaps a central theme, such as in this case Professor Onyx, and that usually makes for a good brew, or at least a good starting point for a brew. But the version that I had with Rowan and Will didn't have enough like 1 and 2 drops in the way to block, and wasn't running any like cheap quick removal for the early game to get rid of their turn 1 or turn 2 play before playing Rowan, and so she kept dying and not doing what she was supposed to do, which is get off Rowan's emblem and double your spells for a cost of 2. So I just scratched that entire game plan, removed Rowan, and put in Eyetwitch, and yeah, that's about it. I think I went up 1 copy of Professor Onyx, and this is the new brew that we're going to be looking at today. So I'm going to do my usual thing. I'm going to run the cards from left to right, give you a little description of the cards, the various play lines and interactions that we can expect, and then we're going to jump into some gameplay footage, and right after that I'll wrap up. We can discuss whether there are any adjustments that could have been made, different ways of building the deck, and yeah, why is Grixis played so little? Maybe we'll get to the bottom of it by the end of the stream. Alrighty, so like I said, first card in the deck, 4 copies Eyetwitch, our only card with Learn, gives us access to a lesson board. So before I continue with the rest of the deck, let's just quickly run through this. It's got your usual suspects: environmental sciences, find land, gain life. Teachings of the Archaics, potentially draw 3. Pretty nice. Introduction to Prophecy, scry, then draw. Exile, target non-land permanent. Mascot Exhibition, and then 2 copies of Confront the Past, because we do want to make sure that Professor Onyx gets her -8 off. That is the win con, the main win con, okay? We're trying to just -8 on Professor Onyx's, get off the Professor's ultimate, as it were. And, okay, so that's why we're running 2 copies of the Confront the Past and 4 copies of Blood the Snow, which is always used to get the Professor back, because it's the only, except Eyetwitch, fetchable thing we're going to have in the graveyard anyway. Next up, 4 copies of Frostbite. It is a snow deck. You can't just play full Snowlands and suffer with all the problems that Snowlands bring you, and the only payoffs is Faceless Haven and Blood on the Snow. You might as well run Frostbite. It is good removal, instant speed, 3 damage, can target planeswalkers, can target creatures. It would be incredible if you could go face with Frostbite, but that would just make it a little bit too good, perhaps. But a full 4 copies of Frostbite for that early game removal. Then a couple of copies of Test of Talents for, the opponent's Blood on the Snow, the opponent's Alrune's Epiphany. You catch them that one time when it's important, and they often scoop. So it's probably not good to run more than 2 copies of Test of Talents. You don't want it just sitting there in your hand, because it is a narrower thing that it can counter compared to, let's say, something even as simple as Negate, because this only targets instants and sorceries, but there are such good ones in the meta right now, like right here, Blood on the Snow, Alrune's Epiphany, which are 2 great examples of something you should be saving your Test of Talents for, because the decks sort of revolve around these cards, and if you can get rid of them out of the deck entirely, that's usually enough to drive the opponent crazy and scooping away. So a couple copies of that. Another little win con on the side there, if we ever get round to it. It doesn't have to be the full like Crackle with Power combo style deck where we're trying to get the 20 damage off on one spell, but even just getting an X is 2 and doing 10 damage to face after having done a bit of ping damage here and there with Professor Onyx is, pretty damn sweet. And then, more counters, of course, Sword Coming, Poison the Cup. The 2, Foretell 3-drop incredible cards from Kaldheim that are becoming like the main removal piece and the main counter spell piece in the entire format. That is probably set to change with the new card coming in, Innistrad Midnight Hunt. The new 2-drop instant speed removal, destroy target creature or planeswalker, lose 2 life. That's going to probably overtake Poison the Cup as the premier removal piece once rotation hits. But for now, these 2 together in the 3-drop slot are just workhorse. Countering and removing. In any control deck that runs these colors, you wouldn't, get very far without these 2 cards, in my opinion, right now. Then we needed some card draw, and there's other card draw and other colors and other ways of doing it, but actually I'm really liking this. It's a nice glue between the sort of early phase of the game, where you're doing your countering and removing on around turn 3, turn 4, to then like tie it on over to, you need to gas up your hand and get ready to go into your late game plan with Blood on the Snow, Alrune's Epiphany, and Professor Onyx. And I thought something in the 4-drop slot that has the potential to scry 3 and then draw 3 cards is really, really good. But more often than not, you get the second option, scry 2, then draw 2 cards, which is anyway good enough to sort of smooth out your next couple turns, so that your turn 5 and 6 and 7 end up being good. And then, if Professor Onyx fails us, and we can't get, the kill by -8ing with the Professor, we can also, just cast little spells here and there on top of the Professor and ping the opponent down with the Professor's Magecraft, which says that each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life, so you can slowly ping them away and then Crackle with power. We've also got 4 copies of Faceless Haven and 1 Hall of the Storm Giants to keep on pushing through that damage if we run into some complications with Professor Onyx. But yeah, that's what I've got. It's really straightforward. Like I said, Grixis, or whenever you're playing a deck, okay, it's control, sweet. So what do we want? We're playing black, blue, red. Red has burn spells removal. Black has, destroy spells, that sort of removal. And blue, counter spells. So let's take the best of all of those things from the format, put them in a deck, and build them around good planeswalker like Professor Onyx. And usually that wins games. So let's jump into a couple and see where the night takes us. At this point in the stream, if I could ask everybody who's watching this either live or in the replay to kindly consider subscribing to the channel if you have not done so already. I am getting close to that 150 subscriber mark, and I really want to hit 200 by the end of September. I'm just dying for those new cards. It's gonna be so good. Also, of course, the people that are already subscribed, and for those who are just subscribing, do all the other good YouTube stuff. It's really easy and effortless. Just hit the bell icon if you want to be notified of future streams. Like the video, that's very important. And of course, leave comments down below. And yeah, I will be a happy chappy. Alrighty. These tap lands all over the place. Okay, definitely got a frostbite or something there. Goblins. Oh god. This isn't going to end very well. You can still should have done that, unless you've got another little goblin to cast. He does. And we did. It's unbelievable. Just can't get underneath these goblins. The number of times I lose to this deck is actually starting to become like pretty scary. Boom, and we're dead. So quick. 3 lands down. Just that double cry, that battle cry goblin is so good. So good. Okay, so already encountering some problems. I think we need a sweeper. Early game sweeper. What to, I was thinking, put another 3-drop in in the form of Crush the Weak for that early game sweep action. Where is it? Where is it? Crush the weak, crush the weak. There it is. I don't know if we need Alrune's Epiphany in this deck. It's not really the plan, now that I'm thinking about it. Let's see how this runs instead. Of course, as usual, I'll be uploading the most recent and up-to-date version of the deck to either hub as the stream ends, and you'll also find that deck list in the description down below that you can just copy. The fact that this can be cast for 1 just makes it better than Syndiclasm. Sure, you don't have the instant speed, but the fact that it exiles is pretty damn good. Deadly Dispute. At least it isn't snow. Probably discard. Something to make me discard things. That would be my guess. Skull something. Or it's Poison the Cup, which could be very bad for our Faceless Haven opponent. By the way, I beg your pardon for yesterday's delay. I couldn't stream last night. I was too tired. I got to 1 o'clock a.m. My children were all still running around causing a mess and just, you know, doing general shenanigans. And I couldn't, by the time it rolled around to when the whole place was quiet and I could finally stream, my head was lolling in my chair and I ended up passing out. Okay, now we can counter his Deadly Dispute. I love it. You don't have Snowlands, but you're running Faceless Haven. That's clever. That has to be some kind of mistake. Surely. I'd love some land at this point. Now let we see whether this is his Poison the Cup or not. Pretty sure it is. It isn't. He's touching it a hell of a lot. Baleful Mastery for 2. Student cost. Unbelievable. Okay. Should probably run this deck on 25 lands instead of 24. wonder if he's realized that he's not running Snowlands and he's playing Faceless Haven. Just keeps happening. 4 lands. Sure. Weird match. Woohoo! I mean, seriously. 4 lands and almost the top 20 of our deck. Still no land. Oh my goodness. Learn. Me too, I'm gonna go grab the same card. Whoops. Oh my goodness. It's all this mouse's fault. It's literally falling apart. It's like a freaking $5 mouse. That was horrible. I really was supposed to click on environmental sciences. Sorry guys. Sure. Man, 4 lands in the top 20 cards of our deck. That's totally a thing. Professor Onyx. The
essence of life is inseparable.
Does he have a soul shatter?
Let's go digging.
Ow. Oh, opponent is taking his time. Holy moly. I guess you'll go for Professor, yes. which means you don't have removal for her.
Demerit.
Otherwise, you would have used the removal. Ooh.
There has to be an answer here.
Now, if he sacks the Eben Death to the Imastrum, it'll go on the stack. Oh, even better. Okay. Two more lands and we can do 10 damage with Crackle, which will be 12 damage.
Whatever. I have more important things to do.
Really? Why wouldn't you bring back... Oh, because you don't have snow lands. What a... Whoops. This is how you use Blood on the Snow. Dude. Dude. Yes.
Welcome to Brewlab College class. Come on, there's got to be something useful. Ugh.
Okay. Mascot Exhibition. No problem.
Never thought I'd miss the library.
It's looking good. The opponent made some glaring misplays. I mean, he's not running Snowlands, but he's got Blood on the Snow, and you know, clearly a mistake. But poor guy.
There has to be an answer here.
That's pretty much guaranteed -8 next turn, unless he's got some, you know, Professor removal. That's fine, I guess. Okay, I still win. Gonna save you. Goldspan Dragon. Not gonna do it. I'll be a gentleman and make it quick.
Let me demonstrate what a real master of necromancy looks like.
Poor guy. I feel like he was testing that brew and he had just finished building it or something. Came out all wonky. The poor guy. Just gonna go grab a quick beer. Give me 1 second. Wow, the Portuguese are really obsessed with these like super miniature beers. That definitely felt a little better than the previous version, having that little like turn 2, turn 3 sweeper with the Crush the Weak. Old camping tricks. That looks pretty alright. Give it a whirl. Opponent thinks we're playing Prismari, like he is. Actually, the auto caster do that. I mean the auto tapper. It's like then I can't actually cast it when I want to. It's so weird. Okay. I'm expecting to see a Delina shortly. I couldn't activate my Faceless Haven and have Poison the Cup up. Or actually I could. Probably saw it coming, so he needs like 6 mana so he can cast Delina and protect it. Okay. Still no Delina. Nice. That's a lot of freaking treasure. Third barbarian class. Woo! He's setting up for one hell of a win. If he can just draw the Delina. That hurts a lot. I think we're dead. Oh yeah, we're just dead. Makes me in the mood to build another one of these brews. Oof. have to fight it or I die. If that is sword coming, which I'm assuming it is, I'm dead. Very well played by the opponent. I've played this guy before. Very nice. Yeah, he kept me going just to do that exact play. It was very nice, very well played. That's making me in a mood to play a Barbarian class deck. That was really convincing without even the need of Delina. Very nice, very, very nice. A little bit more control-y. Might have to look into that again. That was fun when I first played it. Hey Billy, better late than never, brother. Good to have you. I'm trying to figure out this lag situation. Sorry, excuse the blaring light in your face. So yeah, it's still clearly lagging. I think I may have to switch to, recording and then uploading. And I'll start streaming live again once I'm in a more settled place. Teamer. Another one of those combos of colors that hasn't been seeing much play. How can I fix this? Problem is, if I try to find better signal with the phone, then I have no lighting. You guys can't see me. Wow, this is so ghetto, my setup here. Oh baby, that felt so good. Just what we were supposed to keep the test of talents for. There we go. Now we're getting the red pip. One more gold span, nice. It's getting too close. Okay, we got a line out of this. And block with the gold span, with the Eyetwitch, and then -3 the Professor.
Under my tutelage? Sorry, you don't make the grade.
Ouch.
I'm taking the day off.
Perfect time to get card draw. Okay. We don't get the Professor back, so it's not 6. Oh, we do. Sorry, we do.
The essence of life is inseparable from the essence of death. New life, same annoyances. Come on, there's gotta be something useful.
God,
I'll be in my office.
what a pain in the butt. 1, 2, 3, 6. Whoops, that was close.
Withered room is just as dark and musty as I
I'll keep a spare Professor.
Let's go. Come on, there's gotta be something useful. Ugh.
Okay, we're looking good. We're looking real good. Got protection, card draw, bit of removal. Might get off that Crackle that we were trying to do. So 1, 2, 5, 6. We can do 10 damage with Crackle. Got him. Got him. Oh, that was great. That was just great. Yeah, it's a little bit dark. You guys can't see much of me. If I just move back a bit, I'll like, whoa. Whoa. Black or green spells, red or green spells. Well, red and black I am doing here. So, hopefully get both of these. I think we have time for at least one more match. Possibly two. As we approach the 1 hour mark. That is a rubbish hand. That ain't much better. Oh, it's dragons, alright. Prismare. Mr. Prismare, welcome to the party. Hope you're having a marvelous day. Jolly good, yes, jolly good. Boop, boop, boodly boop. Are you gonna use it? No. Whatever. Whatever. Do as you see fit, my dear fellow. And we're stuck on 2 lands. The opponent has 4, and he's already foretold a counter spell. Yay! Not attacking, leaving up a blocker for a potential Goldspan Dragon turn. Nope. Grrr. I would like another blue source. Okay. Draw 2. There's blue source. He'll probably go on blue as well, yeah. Sword coming available. Should be good. If he tries to cast a Goldspan, that is going to go right into my counterspell. Might be the other one, the 6 mana Iron Mounts. No, there we go. There we go. Bring it on, buddy. You don't have enough mana. Saw you touching your sword coming there. Did not do your math properly. Oh, yay. That frostbite threw my whole game plan off. I like attacked with both Eyetwitches, which I wasn't supposed to do. I was supposed to leave a blocker up. Now I can't kill the gold span. Let's see what happens. That's Alrund's Epiphany mana easily. I want to do, it's a long setup to do Blood on the Snow and have Sword coming to protect the Blood on the Snow from being cast from his either counterspell or, it could be Alrund's Epiphany now, but I would need 6-8 minimum, which would take, first of all 8 lands, but also a couple of turns to set up. There we go. Yeah. And this is probably another one right here. One, two, three, four. Yeah, it's another Alrund's Epiphany for sure. So boring, this deck. I've gotten quite sick of it over the months. You're so good at Magic. You're just an incredible Magic player. Yeah. Alright, that's going to be it for tonight. We've reached the 1 hour mark. I'm not going to drag this out too long. But I think Grixis can be pretty fun. And there's definitely something to it. The mana was not as clunky as I thought it would be. We got a couple of pretty sweet, convincing wins. I would love to hear your guys' opinions on, a different, better perhaps version of it that we could run instead of the one that I have built here. One that perhaps includes Rowan, therefore maybe having some small, smaller 1 and 2 drops to protect it, or better early removal to protect it. Might have to look at that tomorrow. Although I am looking at either Bant, which is also another severely underplayed color combo. Might be looking at Bant tomorrow, actually. Bant? Question mark, exclamation mark, question mark, exclamation mark. So banned tomorrow, probably. But yes, until then, yeah, thank you so much for watching. And this is Lone Fox from the Brew Lab, signing out. Peace, y'all.